Alright, welcome back boys and girls. It's a long awaited video. I know it's been a long time, but there's been a lot of stuff happening, personal reasons, so hence the delay. Basically back talking about the printer. You see behind me. But first things first, I'll do a quick review on it and stuff like that while we're printing. I want to try and print a few things out around the house, so it'll be handy and keep little hands from getting into cupboards. So found something on Maker World, so I'm gonna try and print that out to see how it goes. But anyway, first things first, we're going to switch it on, get the filament dryer going, because she's -2 outside, so don't think there'll be dry filament. Well, might be dry filament, but it'll be pretty damn cold, so it will. But yeah, she's frosty outside. She is white. So she is, sun's coming up, beautiful morning, no cloud in the sky, but she's pretty frozen there, so. But yeah, I'll switch her on, get her going. I've got new rolls of PETG, everything that I got with the printer I've pretty much used. A lot of the PLA and I got one roll of yellow PETG and that was gone, so I've basically done a whole new box of 6, I think it was, just to get the free shipping. They're just home brand stuff from the place that I got the printer from, which is the Wander Shop. It's down in Dunedin in New Zealand, and seems to be printing pretty damn well. So we are going to put the dryer on. I'll go into the app on my phone, but there you go, it's 10 degrees in there, if you can see that, 10 degrees. Nozzle's 11, bed's 9, so she's pretty fresh. I'll give her a tickle up anyway, and she's on 50, so, how do I get her there? She's on 50, so that's good for PETG. But yeah, we'll let that warm up for an hour or so. She's been drying every time I print, so she should be pretty dry, but you just don't know. I should really get one of those wee the humidity sensor boils. There's plenty of files online to make that they fit in the Ace Pro, so you can see the temperature and the humidity and stuff. But like I say, it's not hard to throw the dryer on, and I've been basically drying it, especially the cold mornings. It's winter here, there's a pretty cold room that we're in, so yeah, it's I generally put it on about an hour. Put it on first. By the time I get the printer set up, find the model, download it, slice it. I was going to say splice it, but I don't splice it. Slice it. It's generally about an hour later, roughly, by the time I do stuff, when the kids are away to bed or whatever. But yeah, we'll let that dry. I have a wee man to go to bed shortly, so I'm just turning it on now. So I'll leave it for an hour or two, get it heating up, and then we'll start looking into the file that I was looking at, and yeah, talk you through the printer, and let you know how I'm getting on with it. Yeah, and what my thoughts are, I suppose. So kick around and find out. It's a beautiful morning out there, but she's cold. She's cold. All right, now found this here. Locks the cabinet handles, because the wee man's trying to get into the cupboard, and there's stuff in the cupboards that we don't really want him going into. So basically, yeah, instead of me trying to design it, I found it, because I only need about 2 or 3 of them. So I've basically downloaded it, and we will bring it up in here with the profile. It's actually going to take, hang on, I need to change it to this here. There we go, right. So I'm hoping it's brought in the whole the whole profiles, because I've downloaded it in the 3FM. Is that what you call it? 3FM? 3MF. Yeah, so I'm hoping all the profiles are there because I've downloaded it in the 3MF file. So we are basically going to connect to the Ace Pro. We've got it in black. I don't know what colour to do, but I'll try it in black anyway for now. Yeah, we will slice it and see how we go then. Print it out, see if I need to adjust anything. I know it's quite long, probably longer than what I want. An hour 19, so that's not too bad. We will go there, AI flow. Yeah, might do a time lapse and we'll see how it goes then. Dryer's been going an hour and a half. Oh, can you see that? So I'm hoping the filament will be pretty warm and dry anyway, at least. It heats up pretty quickly, and if I keep it drying as it's printing, it won't be too bad. So yeah, see how that goes. Bed's clean. Hopefully everything got clean and all the rest. And yeah, we will try it and give you the reviews on it. I did have my first filament break inside the extruder the other day doing test prints. So I had to take the whole front off, whole extruder off, pull the filament. It was from the blue one, and it had actually nearly came out in like long pieces. It's nearly, I want to say it's like baler twines it does. You'd nearly think it's shattered or something inside it. Did it when I was retracting, and then obviously with the gears trying to retract it, it balled up in the end, and I couldn't get past the extruder or the gearing. I wound the gearing out, taking off the tension, so I'm hoping the tension's right there. I've done a few other test prints on it with the temperature tower and stuff like that with the red one, because I put that in after the blue. I was trying to get the blue extracted to start the red. Temperature tower and pressure advance and stuff like that, just to see. They're all made from the same, it's all from Wonder Shop. I've had pretty good printing with the rest of it. Any failed prints has been my own fault, and yeah, it's the cheapest I've found in New Zealand without costing a lot of to post it. I could probably find cheaper on Amazon, but the PETG is the exact same price as the PLA, so pretty much I'm probably just going to print with PLA if I can. The matte PLA or the PETG, I'll probably print more with the PETG because it's the same price and it's a bit harder. But the PLA matte and rainbow and the silk and stuff's a bit dear. That's understandable. I would like to get more silk, tricolour silk stuff to do a few models. I have a few up in the noggin here. There's a lot floating around that I'm going to try and print and stuff just to see. And yeah, see what we can find. Make use of the free models online when they're there. If I don't have to design them. I want to learn how to design. It's fun. Expands my capabilities. And yeah, why not design it? Even if it's there, I still try and design it. You know, like the battery mounts and stuff I've designed myself, just trying to learn it. It's, you know, it's a good skill to have, rather than going for the new models. At least if I can design it, I can basically sell it on and hand on heart know that I've made it myself and people can't basically come and say, look, you've copied my model. Nah, I've got it there. But yeah, slowly getting there. But anyway, we'll let this warm up and start printing, and we'll catch you up when there's a bit of filament on the bed. All right. She's working. She's stuck. So that's a good thing, I suppose. But yeah, we'll let her go. She doesn't say another hour left, so we'll visit back, see what the time lapse does, see what this does, and yeah, we'll go from there. There must be quite a thick infill on her, or else she's layered. I don't actually know. I never looked because well, like I say, I downloaded the 3MF, so just setting should be on that, so it should. So at least the black's sticking. For some reason the poop, I just see it there now. Poop in the back just isn't going down the chute as much now. I don't know why. Kinda is, but kinda not. Sometimes it comes out now. I don't know if me wee gripper boy has moved or something, because I know other people on Facebook have said that it's actually pulled out, but they found it out of the poop chute. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's pretty good. If that turns out well, I might even do one in each colour just to see what it's like. Why not? But yeah, I'm pretty stoked with her, to be honest. I'm pretty happy with her. Alright, now she's starting to put the teeth in. So she is. She's going alrightly by the look of it. Yeah, thought I would give you a rundown. Thought I would give you a bit of a rundown on the printer. So I have this printer since it came out in New Zealand. I want to say February. Don't quote me on that. But I have pretty much basically nearly 300 hours on it. A lot of them hours have been done in this last couple of months. Test printing on designs that I've been doing and stuff like that. And then I'm slowly basically starting to get on to Maker World and stuff. Even Maker Online has a lot of models coming out now too, that you can do on the app, but biggest thing with that is the Anycubic app. You can't print it out if you don't have the same filament. Like say I want to print something out with PETG, but it's the profiles for PLA, I can't change that. That's the bugger of it. So you have to basically download it on the laptop and put it through the slicer that way and change it that way. But hopefully they'll come out with an update for that at least. But it's come a long way. There's still a few bugs and stuff here and there, but you know, on the whim, she's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's my first printer. I didn't know anything about it. Still don't really know much, but I'm slowly learning. When things go wrong, there's plenty of information online. You search the Anycubic Kobra S1 Facebook group. That has a wealth of information. Ask questions, whatever. There's some good buggers on there as well that will answer you. There's a lot of people complaining about this printer on there too. I've seen it a lot at the start after I bought it. I joined the group because I found the group on Facebook, and then I'm like, oh, have I made the right decision on this? But straight out of the box, this has worked well. The only thing I've done is manually level the bed. Did a layer sheet. It wasn't bad. Just wanted to tweak it a wee bit just to see, you know, try and better it. And yeah, no bother. I can do a big print on there, no bother, corner to corner, either way, and it still sticks. First layer's perfect, the whole shebang. I always auto level, click it, most prints, because my thing is, if you pull it, the build plate off the bed, setting it back on again, with the strong magnet on it, slap down, whatever, you put a bit more pressure on it, you might move the bed. So it's not hard to click it. It doesn't add that much more time actually on it. I've tried it either way. If I do it gently, the next print I probably won't do it, but it's always clicked on the slicer, and like I say, I'd rather do it to have a good print rather than not do it and have a failed print and then, you know, spend a couple hours later trying to do it again, you know. So yeah, for an extra couple of minutes, why not? AI detection, had no bother with it really either. I always have it on here unless I really forget because I'm in a hurry, whatever. It will show up spaghetti errors with a shadow. Hasn't done it too often. Sometimes the spaghetti error has actually saved the print as well because I've seen it. But 9 times out of 10, you look in the app, you can kind of tell what it is. You just resume it and away you go basically. Done PLA, done PET-G. I've got a roll of ABS there. I've tried it a few times. Still keep getting warps. Just haven't really had the patience to do it yet because I'm trying to, you know, a lot of stuff going up in here, so I'm just trying to get it printed to see what they're like, to see if it's, you know, my designs are going well and if it's worth selling or not, as well. So, you know, if I had a second printer, definitely would. She sticks, no bother. It gets about an hour into the print or whatever, but, you know, 6-8 mil, and then she starts to warp. I just need to play around with the settings a lot more. That's on the basic Anycubic ABS settings that I've done it with. The ABS filament I have is from the Wonder Shop too. Everything's from the Wonder Shop. Haven't tried anything else. Yeah. Later on down the line I want to, just to try and, you know, test myself. Just like learning the CAD software, designing the whole shebang. Most of my stuff I've done is Tinkercad. I really want to get Fusion 360 because I think that's going to benefit, especially if I can build, or if I get a laser machine, or decide to custom make the JD Garage plasma cutter. That would be a dream. I really want to do that just to, you know, try and do signs and stuff like that. But yeah, at least then, if I have Fusion 360, I can do it pretty well with both setups rather than learning a heap of different softwares. But the only thing with that is, here in New Zealand, you can't get free trials, or you can't. The personal side of it isn't free. You have to pay so much for it. So that's what's putting me off, is basically having to pay for it. And at this time in the minute, I can't afford it. Being off work, personal reasons, the whole shebang, things are a bit tight. So yeah, hence why I'm so much time in the 3D printing, because it keeps my mind off other things. Keeps me busy, and yeah, getting stuff printed out and designing in the evenings and when the wee fella's asleep or whatever, and yeah, basically trying to think of different things that I need for the workshop that potentially I could sell online, whatever. I don't know. A few things I've made that I think, oh yeah, I could do that. But yeah, don't know about models. Models would be quite easy, but then to get the benefit out of it, you'd probably want to be going to market. You know, maybe later on down the line I might, but yeah, I'd be having to probably buy the models to print them off to sell them, and this time I don't really want to do that at the minute. Being off work and stuff, I can't really sell much. So, but yeah, this printer, glad I paid for it, glad I bought it. I was nearly going to go for the equivalent one of Bamboo, the P1S, nearly, but I went for this. It's about $1,000 cheaper for us to buy this compared to the P1S. Thing that sold me on this was the Ace Pro because of the heater. I can dry the filament in that, one box, one price, the whole shebang. While if I had the bamboo, I'd probably have to buy external filament dryer, and that's more money. So you know, she works well. She's not giving me any bother, touch wood. The only problem I've had is either my own fault with settings or whatever, or not cleaning the build plate. I soon realised going from PLA to PET G, you kind of have to wash the build plate in between the prints because she doesn't stick. That was the lesson I learned too. As well as not having enough flush out between PET G and PLA as well. One of the prints I did, had washed the build plate, the whole shebang, obviously just didn't have it flushed out enough. And the first, 4 layers of a small model was just pure spaghetti basically, because it hadn't stuck. So, and you could just see the taint of a colour. That was from the yellow, and I think it was the blue PLA, and you could just see the colour coming through in the yellow just to start with. So, you know, flushing, it does high flushes, but it needs it like sometimes. I cut it way down when I'm printing the exact same filaments, but going in between the two, I flush it out, nearly double flush it, just you know, saves a lot of mess, saves a lot of hassle and all the rest. But basically I've done 12-hour prints in here, no bother at all. One of the models I designed is a spray can holder to actually hang over the gate in the sheep yards, for when we're scanning sheep. We put them up the race afterwards, spray them, and before that I was basically having to throw the cans on the ground and they're covered in dust and you're bending over to do it and stuff like that. So I made that, holds 4 cans, slips over 32mm pipe gate, no bother at all. So there might be a niche market for that, I don't know, I haven't really tested it, tested the waters of it, but yeah, I think it's there. And the exact same model, I've basically took the hangers off and put holes in to mount them to the wall. It fits the spray cans that I have in the garage, the WD-40, the brake cleaners, anything's basically got the exact standard size or near enough. All my cans it fits anyway, so I'm happy enough. And then basically wall mount for a home brand battery that I've bought from the tool shed. I couldn't find any at all to mount the batteries in the wall, so I designed that myself. Works well. Printed out on PLA, it was grand, but I've got the PET G now in the red, so I'm gonna, once I get some of these things sorted for the house to make it a bit safer, I'm going to start printing off that to see. Still tweaking a wee bit just to aesthetics, is that what you call it? Just to round corners off, make it nice, whatever. But yeah, like I say, I'd recommend this to anybody. Anybody who's had problems with it has either tinkered with it or hasn't set it up properly, or just, I don't know, maybe they've come out of the factory bad. But for me, this has been grand. But then if I buy another one, which I will later on down the line, if things take off or whatever, I would definitely go for another one of these without a doubt. You know, there's people on the groups that have bought 2 together. One works well, the other one they're still tweaking with, because it's just niggly things like bed leveling and whatever. Next thing I would like to buy is probably build plate. Anycubic's come out with a cool build plate. I would like to test that. Just need to save money up for that. And then hot ends. Comes with a 0.4mm nozzle. For doing some of the stuff that I'm doing for test prints and stuff, I think a 0.6 or a 0.8 would be good, just to get quick prints, just to test it, you know, bang boom, half the time, whatever. If I had a second printer, I would just keep it in one of the printers for testing it, and if it's quite good quality, then I could, you know, print with the 0.8 or 0.6, whatever. I think I could probably get away with some of the models with a 0.6, to be honest with it, without a doubt. Finer detailed ones, you probably want 0.4. I'd like to do a 0.2 just to see if there's any difference. Trial and error, why not? Learning, you know, it's always good to learn, broaden your horizons, whatever. And yeah, like I say, anything else has went wrong, basically hasn't been wrong with the machine, it's just the print, and that's basically my own fault 99% of the time. Apart from the extruder blocking, that was the first time, and that I didn't know what I was doing, but I had the video on the Anycubic wiki page, whatever you call it, and yeah, I should go into more detail or zoom into the parts a bit better, but I watched it about 5 or 6 times as I was doing it, just to see what I was doing, because a couple of things fell apart and stuff, so I didn't really know where they went to, and I slowly got images just of it, so it wasn't too bad. Next time it happens, you know, a lot wiser on it, and I'll be fit to show you what goes on, but touch wood, hopefully nothing. But yeah, a lot of people's getting aftermarket nozzles off AliExpress, Amazon, whatever. I'm nearly getting them, but just a bit hesitant because other people have basically said that they've put them in, can't get them calibrated, it doesn't heat up properly, scrape the beds, the whole shebang, and I don't really want that hassle, to be honest. So I wish Anycubic would come out with their nozzles, to be honest. I'm desperate for them to come out with their standard nozzles, because I'll be buying them off Anycubic rather than aftermarket ones. Just because technically they should work, basically plug in, set it up and play basically. So, but we'll see what happens. This is grand for now. I've got, when I bought the printer, I got carbon fibre infused filaments, thinking that this could do it because it's meant to be fit to do it, but when I got it I realised it's a brass nozzle, not a hardened steel or ceramic nozzle, so I can't really, hence why I'll be thinking of buying another nozzle. I'd be going for hardened steel or ceramic or bimetal. I don't actually know what the difference is, so if you know, tell me in the comments or whatever. I haven't really looked into it, so there probably is information on YouTube for it, but yeah. But yeah, I really want to try that just to see, because it's quite cool coloured filament that I've got, and yeah, why not? Something else to learn, to tinker with, to try, but yeah, I don't really want to be putting through the brass nozzle, because as far as I'm aware, she'll wear it out, and I don't really want to do that. So, but anyway, she's 20 minutes to go, so that's enough talking. She's flying through it now, and yeah, we'll catch up with yous whenever she is finished and see how she goes. And if it works, then we have 3 more colours that we can print it out on. Have a rainbow along the doors of the kitchen. Right, well, she told me she's done, and then she's come up with that too, obviously at the very last, because I would say she saw the poop from the purging. That's okay, she's done. I'll pull her off and see how she does. Oh, there you go. Now that printed pretty nicely. Might be a wee bit of thing just right there, but all in all, she's not bad. Not bad, not bad. See if this will come off without breaking. Beauty. Now, moment of truth. Will she work? I'll confirm that. Confirm. And if she does, then we might print a different colour out and see how she goes, eh? Now, can I do this one-handed, do you think? Go like this here. No, hang on. Goes this way. The way she is. Oh, without support. That's right. Now. Oh, look at that. Fits in nicely. Beautiful. Does she come off? Oh, now. Well, that's not bad then, is it? Aye? For an hour's print. Dear knows how much on filament, because I didn't really look. I'll have to look on the thing, the slicer again, but we'll try it on the door, and if she works, then beauty. Might try no more. Amazing what you find online when you look about it. I would have spent hours trying to design something like that, Probably wouldn't have been this here. It would have been the locking mechanism that I would have struggled with. But yeah, for me to go out and buy something like this, if this works, oh, there's a few layer shifts, but I see just right there, I don't know if you can tell, just right where the gap opens. We'll see how long it lasts. If you don't abuse it, I would say should last a while. But yeah, it's a shame they can't do different sizes, because I could probably do with half the size of that. But anyway, we'll give her a whirl, try it on the door, and see how she goes. Main one is I got these off Trade Me. It's like our nearly like eBay kind of thing, Facebook Marketplace, and they've worked well for the wee lassie, but they're starting to break and all the rest. So we will see if this fits over here. Beautiful. It might be a good size then. And put this in here. Is it going to fit? Beautiful. Now, interesting to see if it breaks, but there's a lot of chemicals under here and bleaches and stuff, so it's definitely a cupboard that I want to protect from somebody, because he likes to try and get into it, and you're going to play with that for a while, because you're going to want to try and open it because it's new. So it basically means that if that works, I've got that cupboard. That cupboard's a bit of a pain, but he can't really get into it because the magnets are obviously strong enough. And then we have 1, 2 more cupboards. And we have this cupboard here, because people forget about it, and broke that too, and then that broke as well, and the magnet on that's weak as anything, so he can open that very easily. At 10 months old, he stands up, puts his weight on it, and just boom. And he got into this one this morning too, so we will print 2 more out and see how she goes. And then I can't really do much with the drawers, I don't think. They're still working, they're not too bad. Those others broke because basically people would forget about them and basically pull and bang, she break off, and that'll be it. But we'll see how she goes. But yeah, see how long it lasts, and go from there, I suppose. Right, so 86 cents to print that in filament, and then an hour basically. So what, $1 NZ, $2 NZ maybe. So it's not bad. But we will print another one out, but instead of going through the slicer, I'm going to try it off the saved history on the printer, and we will try one of these colours here. Right, now we will try one of these colours on this. So basically, if I go to history there, excuse me, I had flow calibration, I'll do a time lapse again, why not? Filament drying's on, so I don't need to. Can I change colour? Oh, come on, can I change the colour here? Yes. Beauty, bang, there we go. Well, I'm hoping it's still the same black. So we'll see. I did change it to red. Fingers crossed. She works. You're going to see it with me too, because I haven't done this before with anything else either. Well, I have, but not changing the colour of it, because I've been doing the yellow the time I had the yellow. Doing that, so we'll see what happens. Time will tell. Time will tell, I suppose. And we'll check back in when she starts the first layer and see if she's actually listen to what I want, or she's going to print another black one. Which means that basically if you want to print a different model, same model, different colour, you have to go through the slicer then to do it. It's a bit of a pain, but what can you do? As long as you print it, grand. And whatever black, I'll try it again. I'll know for next time in the noggin that you can't do it. But it would be quite handy if you could. Because if you're doing, just thinking if you're doing models like, you know, figurines, is that how you say it? And you want them in different colours, then you just basically come in rather than slicing them again, because you're basically going to go under the same settings if it's right. You're pretty much going to come in here and change the colour on it and go that way. Otherwise, you have to keep going into the slicer to change the colour, slice it, the whole shebang. Wee man's got a screwdriver. Loves the noise. Trying to help. Loves the printer, actually. Loves the printer because he can see the reflection of himself in the door, and just stands there just watching. And when it's the head's moving, he's just mesmerised. He's going. But yeah, he's sneaking up here now. So he is. Sneaking up here now. Just nosing now. Trying to help. Right, we'll let this do its thing. It's going to level and stuff, and then we'll come back and see what it's doing. If we can actually change the colour on the what it's saved as under the profile on the hard drive, would you say, on the printer? I don't actually know what you'd call it. Oh, would that be the cloud? It saves it on the cloud, does it? Because I know we can do it from the app too on the phone. This way, we'll try it. If this works this way, we'll try it on the phone app next time to see same print model, but maybe the blue or purple. And might do a purple. Keep the wee lassie happy. And then basically, we'll soon know for next time, I suppose. Not that there will be a next time, but you'd never know. I probably could sort it out that I probably could get two in the bed maybe, if I really wanted to, but trial and error. We're trying this for the tube content, the whole shebang, so why not? So other people can see if you can actually print the model off the cloud. I'll call it the cloud, in a different colour than what you printed the first time. Surely you can. We'll see. If not, Anycubic, up your game and get on it, because I'm really sure other printers you can do the same. So, but we'll see. Catch up with us in a couple of minutes, and when she's putting down the first layer, we'll know. Alright, now we know she's printing red because she's flashing with the red. So you can do that colour change with through the cloud. So that's good. So next time we will try it on the app and see how it goes. Just been waiting here for this to go, and I've been thinking, I wonder, is this actually under the Anycubic default profile for the Pet G that's on the slicer, or has it actually went on to the one that I have for set up for this? Because yeah, I keep forgetting to check it, because any other time it basically changes it with a new, if you download a new model and just click onto it, you know what I mean? Kind of annoying, so I'll have to go check that. But yeah, that's good to know though, that you can keep printing models off the cloud in the different colours if you need to. So we'll let that go do its stuff. You seeing the glare of the camera on the screen, that's a bit of a bugger, but yeah, there we go, that's better. But yeah, we'll let that do our thing. We'll come back to it later on, see how she actually goes. Alright, now that's this one done. Oh, that's not bad now. Now I did go onto the slicer, because remember I said earlier about thinking that it might be on the Anycubic standard print profile, which it is. So it's actually not that bad being on it either. The ones I tweaked was more temperature and a bit of pressure advance and stuff, but let us see. Seeing we got it done on that, to change the colour, let's see if we can do this. Now, printer has 280 hours, 276 to be exact, so we'll go on here and see if, don't need to see that, see if this is going to do it. Now, we want camera, we want flow, and we'll try blue again, because I haven't done blue since it messed up in the extruder. I'll do blue or purple. I'll do blue, see how that goes. Now, drying's finished, so we will start now, and we'll see how that goes then. Beauty. Get her heating up and do all the jobs, and then we'll come back when it's finished, or if it finishes, or if it mucks up or something. So, all right. That's her finishing up now. She's just homing herself, and then that's her grand now. So that's blue, so it worked from the phone too. So that's good to know that you can do the models and change the colours. Would be interesting to know if it went from PLA to PETG right enough, but yeah. See if she comes off the bill plate while she's hot. Oh. Hey, this one I don't really want to break, but we'll see. Can we get it? One side's lifting. Can we do it? Can we do it? Hey, there you go. Now, beautiful. Seemed to work all right on the doors, and yeah, that's actually stock. The Anycubic stock PETG profiles. The rest of them are actually have been fine, and I've been struggling with this actually blue filament to get a good profile on it. I don't know if it picks it up, but there's a bit of, it's not bad, but it's just not right. I think I might need to change the flow, and then I don't know if you can see the lines. You know, the camera's picking it up, but there's spaces in between the first layer line in the centre. And yeah, it's not bad, but it's not the greatest print either. No, must have had a bit of a wobble here. By the look of it, there's a bit of vibration. Can you see that on the camera? Yeah, and these lines, it's exactly the same place on each of the prints, so I don't know what's going on there now. It's basically where it joins on there. But, yeah, like I say, she's been grand. I might need to tinker with this blue one filament, and maybe it's just a bad, yeah, look at that there and there too. Maybe it's just a bad roll. I think you can get that sometimes, so yeah, because basically the purple works well, the red and black prints perfectly, the blue just not so much, and yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just a bad batch of blue. You know, it's not like it's a different brand, different stuff, whatever. Like, I just might need to maybe muck around with the temperature. Temperature probably grand. I'd say the flow and maybe the pressure advance. I'll probably just do a full calibration on the blue just to get it. Because the corner, I can actually feel the corner. It's over extruding or something on that. There's a bit of a lip on it, on that side and that side, and not really on anything else. These here's the same on the curves. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but I can see a shadow there. You can just see it. So it's just over extruding on the corners. I think that's what it is. So yeah, maybe it just needs a bit of a calibration, and that's it. So we'll put this on. so that's basically it. Like, flawless, just tweaking a bit with most things, and that's about it. Build plate, people have complained about the build plates not sticking. I haven't any troubles apart from switching filaments that at the start from PLA to PETG, and I didn't wash it, thinking I didn't really need to, but lesson learned, you do. Got the ABS sticking so far, then it warps. Haven't done the ASA. Don't know if that place does it. I think they do, I'm just not sure. I have TPU sitting there and people saying that I can print on this build plate with it. I don't know. Down the line maybe, but yeah. And then other people saying that like I keep this all enclosed. Doors are shut, the front door shut, the lid's shut. Never had a problem, touch wood, with printing. A lot of people's had problems with it because it got too hot in the chamber. Starts clogging around the nozzle, the whole shebang. Touch wood. I don't really want that to happen, but it's never happened yet. I don't know why. Maybe it's cooler room, so it sucks a bit of heat out of it. I don't know. I actually find if I have the door open, after I have tried it once, the print's actually not the best either. I think that's about it really. Any questions, whatever, if you think of anything, I'll put them, if you think any questions you want to know, put them in the comments. I'll try and be better at answering them. The Ace Pro, the retraction on it, now, open her up here. The retraction, she retracts the filament quicker than she rolls. I think it's a motor thing, probably needs an update. As you can see, like they're all loose there. I haven't had, better do that. I haven't had any tangles, touch wood. That's just like that because I wound it up this morning. I haven't used it. Haven't had any tangles from it, but then I haven't really been doing much multicolour filament changes. But at the same time, I don't really touch these in between prints. Sometimes I do, if I look at them, whatever, I'll roll them back up. But 9 times out of 10, I don't. So whatever she's sitting there, I'll print away, and I haven't had any trouble yet. That's about it. I'd highly recommend this. If I ever go for need another printer, I would definitely be looking at this. For the price range of this compared to Bamboo, the equivalent, the P1S, Creality, still dear again. I'd definitely go for this, no bother at all. For the price of it, for the whole package. For the whole package is cheaper by, I'm nearly sure, $300 NZ compared to buying it separately. That's the price that I seen last week, I think it was. As far as I know, there's only 2 places in New Zealand that sell it. Maybe 3, I think there's 2. I got this from Wonder Shop Dunedin, and I've never dealt with them before. First time the whole 3D printing, I'm learning a lot, but it's quite fun, and especially when you can get models like this that are handy, they're free, they're online. I probably should really use them a lot more if I'm not planning to sell them. And for quick prints, for me to buy this, if this here works, for me to buy these here, I could have been out $20–30, and probably with all that there in what, 4 hours, with what many cents was it each? Nearly $1 each, was it? Can't remember, but I want to say $5 really, with 3 of them. It's not bad. It's not bad. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they hold up. If he gets doors opens, or if I forget that it's on and just pull the door, because I'm so used to, not having a lock on the door now. But yeah, a few other things have actually popped up on MakerWorld as well that I'm quite interested to print. I had a hole in the wall because I had a leak in the bathroom. I had a hole in the wall, so I've patched that up, and I need to send it back to paint it. and there was actually, I was just nosying on there as I was waiting for this to finish, and I found a sander that you can, you know, hold the sandpaper in, and I think it's actually quite handy because I don't really actually have one out in the workshop either, a handheld one. And I think he's got actually a few models too, so I will look at that next time maybe. But yeah, hope you enjoy this one. Thanks for watching if you've made it this far. We'll try and do a lot more. Maybe I'll go through calibrating this filament to see how, if I can get it any better. Because it's the second or third print I've done with it, and I've found the exact same thing was that first layer. Just wasn't right. They just, yeah, it's not extruding enough, so maybe I need to try the flow rate on these. I have tried it in the purple and the black, or the red. Purple, black and red, sorry, and they're all pretty even, so I haven't actually changed the profiles for those from the profile that I made up for the black one, even though this is the standard profile. I just upped the temperature a wee bit, the bed a wee bit, but maybe I don't actually need to whenever the other two have printed well. But anyway, it's enough rambling. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoy this one. I'll try and show more of this here, and hopefully if I'm able to get out into the workshop and do a few things. I have a new toy in there that's been waiting for a while that I need to get out of the box and fix a few things that that I need to do. Mainly a gate that the sheep have broke the rails on for the last 2 years, and I really need to just tackle them up just to keep it safe. So yeah, we'll get at it. We'll get at it, and yeah, it's a small, very small one that could probably fit in a woman's handbag, and it's meant to be pretty good. So we'll see. It's more spot welder really, I suppose, but we'll see. But anyway, yeah, we'll try and make it interesting. Like I say, health things kind of took a bit of a turn on things, and doesn't really help. But we're still printing away. It's just hard to do a video with kids screaming in the background and shouting and all the rest. So, especially if you want to try it professionally. Anyway, we'll catch you later. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one, and yeah, see you in the next one. I'm gonna put my thumbs up. Thumbs up.